We have to talk Joe Burrow. Just a brutal injury and a brutal reality now for Cincinnati. I mentioned some quarterbacks, I guess, before who've come back from ACLs. During our tape time, I guess, we found out not just an ACL, but an MCL and some other repair that needs to be done to the knee. Now this more resembles, I don't want to say it too loud, Carson Palmer's injury from years past for this franchise. Woody, for this to happen to Burrow in his rookie year, with the offensive line the Bengals put around him, I believe they're ranked 29th in DVOA. What do you think it does?
Well, it sets him back, and we've seen that before. I'll mention Teddy Bridgewater that started his career in the same kind of fashion, and look how it threw him back for years until he's only now back to the way he was as a rookie and in his second year. I think it's going to be a terrible situation because it does. The Bengals haven't been in the playoffs since '91, and they were hoping to actually build this. I'm not putting it on the fans. You didn't either, but I'm putting it on the ownership and Mike Brown. I'm putting it on the general manager. I'm putting it on the coach, Zac Taylor. Zac Taylor shouldn't have put him in that situation so that he is averaging 49.86 exposures a game. That means pressures. That means sacks. He was on target to be sacked more than 50 times this year. That's David Carr territory that he was beginning to enter. Okay. I just think that you should have gotten him out of the lineup. We saw it could play, that he's going to be a Peyton Manning type.
But yet wait. So you want to do a bench him because, well, that's correct. You're right on the number of exposures they've had. You're completely incorrect on how recently they made the playoffs. 15, 14, 13, 12. I mean, they made it almost every year with Marvin Lewis in the middle of the decade, and some of those Carson Palmer years as well. But Cowlishaw, hearing ACL, MCL, other repair needed, and knowing how the Bengals approached this season with their offensive line, which was one of the worst in the league going in, what did you think of it?
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, you look and go, exactly what in the world were they doing? It's terrible for the kid. And we think about, we watch Eli Manning or Rivers or even Brady for the last decade and say these quarterbacks don't get hurt anymore. The rules protect them. And we forget how dangerous the pocket is on hits like those when we see that. And then we look at what quarterbacks do when they come back from those injuries. Joe Burrow is a mobile guy. He's not a running quarterback. He makes plays with his feet. He did it at LSU. He's done it this year. What is he going to do now moving forward, coming back a year from now? It's just, you hate to see it because he was having, in bad circumstances, a nice rookie year.
Frank Isola?
1991 is when they last won a playoff game. So I don't want to hear Cowboy Jet fans complaining. 1991 is a long, long time ago. It's all about the trenches, and we'll see that tonight when Tampa plays the Rams, and you're trying to block Aaron Donald. The Bengals have to get better on the offensive line. Joe Burrow's young enough, he's competitive enough. You like to believe he can come back from something like this. But let's face it, no one's really going to know for sure. You wish him the best of luck, but that's a big. But
Frank, would you agree with Woody? Maybe not to bench him this year. I don't know where that came from, Woody. But that the team and franchise maybe didn't fail him, but put him in a position where he was in harm's way?
Well, no, I think it's fair that you need to put a better offensive line around him, maybe with a few games left in the season, but he's a rookie quarterback. It's about development. You need him out there playing. It's unfortunate, but this is what happens in the NFL.
Yeah, if I'm going to blame anybody for this, I'm going to blame the turf at FedEx Field where quarterback legs go to die. But overall, the reason why this is such a bummer is because people actually like Joe Burrow, like as a dude. Of course, he was setting the world on fire, but he gave some hope to Bengals fans as a personality, never mind as a leader. This is a bummer because he's just away from that. I'm going to assume full recovery because I'm not a doctor, but I don't think it's that big of a problem because he's that young. But overall, you miss the guy as much as you miss the quarterback in this case.
Tom Brady, after he tore his ACL, he made 5 more Super Bowls. So there is hope. You have to believe there's hope.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.